And now, for your listening pleasure,
And here we are on the Get the Old ASS Out of Bed, Out of Your Head, and Tune in for an inspiring 2 to 3 minutes of motivation. Ready? Hi, I'm Carolyn Zanuck, life coach, author, and high-value woman, so let's get motivated. Today, I'm talking with you about burnout. As a matter of fact, this is part 1 of burnout. I'll be talking about it again in a week. Oh, now here's something we have all felt. I know it is, burned out. I just recently felt this way again in my life, and I recognized it and took steps to change it. I tried being more realistic about what I expected I should be doing. I set boundaries. How many times have I talked about setting boundaries? I said no to things that look good to me. I let go of FOMO, fear of missing out. When I did all this, I started to deeply care again. My lousy outlook changed. I was more balanced. And yes, stress does still enter the picture. Think Helene. But I powered through in a much better way. Burnout is a state of energy depletion and exhaustion. You feel less effective at what you do. It's not a medical or mental health disorder. It comes from chronic work stress, and yes, happens to mothers with children, fathers with children, caregivers, whatever. It can happen to anyone. Remember, it happens in the context of chronic stress. And we live and work in stressful times. Around the world, we have faced a pandemic, wars, economic uncertainty, fears about climate, political unrest, and more. It's not your fault if you have burnout, and you can get to a better place. I want to share more about this next week, because if I go on, I will have a 10-minute podcast. So tune in again in a week when we have Burnout Part 2. I'm Carolyn Zanuck, life coach, author, and high-value woman, and this is my podcast, Thrive. Thank you all so much for listening, and that's a wrap.